We will kick off the very first media availability for this weekend's race weekend at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, previewing tomorrow night's Stratosphere 200. Very happy to welcome to the dais, new table here, driver of the number 18 Safelight Toyota Noah Gragson, driver of the number 16 AISIN Group Toyota, and the driver of the number 41 Alpha Energy Solutions Ford, Ben Rhodes. We'll kick it off. We'll start here, left to right. With Noah runner-up finished last week at Atlanta, fourth in points. Maybe this is obviously this is your hometown race, so got to have this one circled on the calendar and talk about the momentum from last weekend, and then obviously racing home in front of your fans.
Yeah, I'm excited. I just was preparing with a lunch down on Fremont Street before I got here at Latai. I know a couple of these guys, Chris Knight and Jim Utter, they like to go there too. Had some fried rice, and I've been excited. I got here Tuesday night. Been hanging out, playing a little iRacing in my room, hanging out with friends. Been doing some stuff with the Speedway last night, and went out to the Vegas Sports Pep Rally downtown, and just been hanging out, kind of being a tourist. So it's been a lot of fun. Been seeing my friends and my family, so it's a good time.
Like, you know what? Ben starts the season with two fourth-place finishes to open it, back-to-back top five finishes. Maybe talk about your outlook off that momentum, the great momentum to start the season.
Yeah, we're pretty excited to be back here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. You know, this is obviously where we won our first race at last season. And I feel like we kind of had to steal the win. We had good speed in the truck, but some straight line speed I don't think was there. And, you know, I think the field is a pretty level playing field this week with the new Ilmor motors. Last week we obviously had some issues on that side, but Ilmor's been helping us a lot and trying to diagnose those issues, and I don't think we're going to have any problems this week. So thank you to them on that side of things. But I really do feel like we're picking up right where where we left off. We're using our notes from last year, and you know, just kind of building off of everything that we had, which I think is going to be pretty good. You know, obviously it's a spring race and not a fall race. It's not as hot. This is pretty temperature sensitive racetrack, so not as big of a swing. So I kind of like the swing. I think it helped confuse everybody, including us at times. But that's all right. I think today we've got a good enough notebook to lean on and have just as fast as a truck.
Excellent. And Brett, obviously you had a pretty good week, winning on Saturday in Atlanta. Maybe talk about that win, your second of your career, if I'm not mistaken, in the Truck Series, and how the feeling is going into this weekend at Las Vegas.
Yeah, it was obviously really good to get off to a good start there, and we had a really strong Tundra all night. And do I think we were the best truck? Probably not, but were we good enough to be there at the end? We were, and we still have some areas we need to improve upon to get better, and we just need more speed in our trucks, and they've been working really hard at that. So Scott and the guys have came here with a little different package, and same truck, different package, and we'll try to be a little bit faster this week.
All right, thanks, guys. Any questions for our distinguished panel here? Jim, go down the line.
Jim Utter, motorsport.com for Brett. When you originally started this deal with Hattori this season, how did you look at it? Considering you've had several experiences in NASCAR, did you kind of look at it as maybe a last opportunity to try to get something, or what were you thinking before it came along? And after the first two races now, has your perspective changed at all?
I take every opportunity, no matter in what series. I'm grateful for it, and to be back in winning equipment, that's what's important to me. I just got so burnt out running 20th on back in Cup Series and you're just collecting a paycheck at that point, which sometimes it's what you got to do. But I would go race for free if we're racing for wins. So it's just the passion's the competition, and when you're not up front, it's not fun. And this opportunity, I'm just grateful for it. To be back in that competing for wins and racing with these guys up front, and just brings the fun back to racing. So it's looking forward to the rest of the year with it.
ChrisKnightCatchFence.com. Ben, you guys switched manufacturers. That was a huge organizational change, but you guys came out swinging with 2 top 5 finishes to start the season. Are you guys surprised by how well you performed, and what engine issue did you have last week in Atlanta?
Yeah, I don't think we're surprised at all. I really do feel like this manufacturer change has been a huge help for us and our team. We're P1 on their priority list, and they've been giving us a lot of support, and I think that's where a lot of our speed has come from. The Fords are just fast trucks, fast bodies. The engine issue that we had last week, we actually still don't know 100%, and it turns out to be an electrical issue. The ECU on the truck was actually shutting off during the race, causing some sputtering down the straightaways pretty much the whole time, and then it would just shut off in the corners. Nothing really from Ilmore's fault that we think. Something to do with just the wiring of the truck, and they looked it all over with us. They didn't really say it's our fault. They don't really know what the issue was, and we don't really know that it's their fault. So I don't know really where the blame is, but they've helped us out a lot going through the whole thing and replacing everything that they thought could have been a potential issue, and then we've replaced everything on our end that we think could have been a potential issue. So everything's different. This is a different truck, different motor, different everything on this truck this week. So I'm sure we won't have any problems. Thank you to them for coming out to Vegas early just to help us solve the problem.
Jerry Jordan, KickingTheTires.net and PRN. Ben, it's more of a fun question. Don't let the one on the end get you in trouble. But this is the first time you've been to Vegas since you turned 21.
Easy now.
First time you come to Vegas since you've turned 21, I think. Any big plans out here this weekend other than racing?
No, we're just no. Chuck E. Cheese still. Chuck E. Cheese still on this side. Yeah. What about that? What was the question again? I haven't done anything. I went to my room last night at like 9 o'clock and slept. I woke up this morning at 5 a.m. refreshed.
It's Vegas. You can do anything throughout the day.
Yeah, well,
9 o'clock don't mean anything.
Yeah, that's true. All right.
Where are you staying?
You sound like you have more experience at this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got 5. Yeah, you got 4 years. 4 years of practice.
And no one can take you some places, we promise.
I mean, I'm not old enough, but I've heard where all
He
the
can
hot
steer the
spots are,
ship.
ChrisKnightCatchFence.com. Noah, tomorrow, obviously last year here didn't go the way you had hoped. You had a fast truck, but things just didn't work out in the race. Tomorrow night, how many people and family are you going to have here, and what would you be satisfied with leaving here?
Yeah, last year I got a lot of pit road practice done in the race. Got caught speeding 2 times, so on the entry. So got my practice done prematurely to this weekend from last year's race, but we led laps. Just excited to get back on the racetrack. Got my parents, my grandparents, all my friends coming out here. Got a lot of people from Safelight and Switch coming out too. So it's just a good homecoming to get back to my home racetrack. Growing up racing at the Bull Ring just outside turns 1 and 2, and I've always dreamed of getting over and just to make laps like in a rental car or a pace car or just something. That'd be the coolest opportunity ever, and now I have the opportunity to race in the truck series. So I'm really excited to get out there in my Safelight Autoglass Toyota Tundra.
Jim Utter, for Noah, I know you were disappointed last week that you thought you had an opportunity to win, but your first 2 races of the season certainly have gone a lot better than the first 2 races last season. Do you feel in a better position, and how much difference do you feel from a year ago?
It's just all confidence. Just going to the racetrack with the mindset of I'm better than all these guys, and essentially I'm going to kick their ass on the racetrack. And I mean, it hasn't showed. Obviously, he won last weekend, so
Don't forget
good job to him.
Man, you got to crack that top 20 first. That's not a stab at him, obviously. You guys know what we're talking about.
So it's been, I don't know. I mean that as I'm just more personally confident in myself and in my preparation throughout the week and just studying film, working with my crew chief, Rudy Fugel. I know we have fast Toyota Tundras, Kyle Busch Motorsports, so it's just that confidence of knowing what to do when I get put in a position, and just got to capitalize on it now.
Brett, is a big week for you guys. And what was the atmosphere like at the shop, and how big of the win settling in was it big for not only Shiggy, but AISIN getting their first victory? And obviously, did that help everything on the sponsorship front for 2018?
I sure hope so. I mean, it was obviously a really short week trying to turn the truck around to come here. So we didn't have a lot of time to really soak it in. But, you know, the guys were back at work on Sunday getting ready to come out here to Las Vegas. And, you know, I know Shiggy was extremely happy, and a lot of our partners in Japan were extremely happy, and that means a lot going forward. And, you know, it's definitely going to help the cause as far as moving the sponsorship down the road and trying to fill the schedule out.
I know. Have you had your meeting with O'Donnell yet?
Not yet.
Yeah, you're screwed.
I can't say anything. No comment.
Hey guys, Jason Summerall, Trackside Experience. So I've been hearing a lot of talk about the value of simulator racing this week all over the place. Everybody's saying that helps build the core of a better driver. Some saying it doesn't help at all because you don't get the physical motion. And I know some of the sims are different every rig, but what are your takes? I mean, I know I've put you into the wall racing with you online, so I already know how good you are. But really, guys, do you really feel it's adding that extra oomph to you and giving you that edge?
You know, for me, I think it more stems from the manufacturers. You know, manufacturers have put a lot into the sims, and I think the practice that I've gotten from Ford has been pretty significant. I think it's helped me a lot, especially in my rookie years. Now that I'm a 3-year veteran, or going into my 3 years, and I'm considered a veteran, you know, I feel more prepared coming here because I have been here, but it's always good to refresh yourself on the sims and just getting familiar with the tracks, getting familiar with the setups, working on that stuff with your crew chief, communication, really just all the dynamics that you have. There's so many at a racetrack. Just practicing those dynamics and just getting a good relationship with your guys, everybody, I think that's pretty important, and I think the sims do a really good job of that.
Any final questions?
He got it. No.
Yeah,
I mean,
I agree.
So the sims we get to use, we're spoiled, I guess. Especially, I haven't been in the Ford, but I know Noah and I have been in the TRD one a lot, and that is very beneficial because the crew chiefs can actually make adjustments and change the platforms and do anything they want, and we can give good feedback. The sims at home, they're fun. That's about it.
Okay. Any final questions? All right. Noah, Brett, Ben, thank you so much for your time, and good luck this
Thank
weekend.
you.